You are now listening to MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents the Old School Show with Ken, aka MrGentleman,
and the star Roddy Rod, where we talk anything old school.
True.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, the YPG, and the Premier Boy Pocket. Welcome to another episode of MrGentleman Like That Podcast presents Old School Show. Hope all is well. And you already know myself and the star Roddy Rod, my co-host, the star Roddy Rod. On this episode, we have a two-part episode where we talk about what happens to Saturday morning / afternoon cartoon lineups. And of course, we got a special guest. We ain't know he a fan of the show. He a family of the show. He got a podcast called King Talk with Mr. Aaron Sands. He also 1/3 of the premiere with podcast. We got Mr. Aaron Sands on the show, and he gonna join us for the two-part episode of where we talk about cartoons and stuff like that. So yeah, so y'all already know what to do. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the first song.
This the star Roddy Rod, and you are now listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, and I am the host of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. And this commercial break is brought to you by MrGentleman Like That Podcast. On MrGentleman Like That Podcast, we interview many guests about their life journey, pretty much where they come from and where they at now. Also promoting their brands or whatever they're doing at the time they come on the show. We also have the host talk about personal stories about himself and everything that he's been through. And also we have fun conversation about anything music, anything old school, relationships, wrestling, and many more. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast every Sundays at 12 a.m. We are also on every Thursdays at 12 a.m. for Spin-Off Series Thursdays, where we have all of MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast spin-off series all in one day, where we have a conversation about music podcast every first Thursday at 12 a.m. The Old School Show with myself and the star Roddy Rod every fourth Thursday at 12 a.m. And we have Date Night Talk Podcast with myself and Miss Vanna B every second and third Thursday at 12 a.m. And y'all can tune in to MrGentleman Like That Podcast on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, the Pods, and many more. Or y'all can check it out on the official website of MrGentleman Like That Podcast, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, www.realmrgentlemanlikethatpodcast.com, and tune in every Sundays and Thursdays at 12 a.m. for MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Thank y'all for tuning in to this commercial break of MrGentleman Like That Podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled program. Cheer!
This is Aaron Sands, and you are now listening to the MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, welcome back, everybody. Welcome back. Y'all already know what it is. This is the Old School Show. New episode every fourth or fifth Sunday. Y'all already know. And y'all already know I got my co-host, the bro, the star, Roddy Rod. Roddy Rod, welcome to the Old School Show.
Hey, what's going on? It's the Old School Show. We talk anything old school. You already know how it is, man.
Yes, you already know. And you already know we got a special guest as always. This time, we got, 1/2 for 1/4, one third of the Premier Boy Podcast. We also got a podcast show called King Talk with Mr. Aaron Sands. He been on the Old School Show before. He been on the first episode, but we got him back on the Old School Show. We got Mr. Aaron Sands, aka King Talk Sands, in the building.
Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's King Talk Sands out here. You already know what it is. We were bringing the vibes over to the Old School Show real quick. You know, we was everywhere this week, so you know this is where we at.
Yes, and you know, and today's topic on the Old School Show is what happened to Saturday morning cartoon and the afternoon cartoon slot. You know, we know Kids WB, ABC Kids before the Disney took over it, CBS Kids, and all the other stuff. So my first question to ask y'all is, what were your first cartoons that y'all watched as a kid? The very first cartoon, like that you could remember.
Mm-hmm. Roddy, you want to go first on that?
It's so hard because it's so long.
I know, son.
The first, I would say Ninja Mutant Turtles.
Nice.
I don't know, man. I was always like a Looney Tunes guy myself when I first started, you know. And then we niggas ain't really had cable. You know what I'm saying?
I didn't either, so I get it.
And then we didn't get cable till like later. So in the meantime, between time, we was really stuck on like Looney Tunes. Sailor Moon came on like wild early in the morning. My sister loved that. She put me onto that shit. It was fire. One of my personal favorites that I grew up with, I will say, and y'all know this more than anybody, it's that mother Captain Planet, bro.
Of course.
Taking pollution down to fucking zero, son. Not 2, but 0. Captain Planet teaching us how to recycle and shit.
Yeah, sure. And I know for me, I didn't have cable either, but I did think a lot of cartoon came on network TV, which was really good as a kid. So I remember I watched Looney Tunes, definitely watched Looney Tunes, Bugs Bunny and stuff. New Kids on the Block had a cartoon as a kid, which I was shocked because that was one of the first cartoons. The Real Ghostbusters, that was another one that I used to watch, and of course, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. You know, my favorite always Leo. So yeah.
This Turtles, right? It was a little vibe.
Yeah, the original one. I mean, the later one. I mean, the one that became a 5 Kids cool, but the original one definitely was like the classic though.
Right.
So, what was your favorite Saturday morning block that you watch a lot?
Well, for me, honestly, one of my favorite Saturday morning blocks, I would have to say WB, man, Saturday morning. The lineup was pretty crazy. I know they had Sonic up there at first. Jackie Chan Adventures was lit. You already know they had Yu-Gi-Oh up there, and it was English dub, but still, you know what I'm saying? They ain't really get into season 0 of Yu-Gi-Oh. That was way too violent for us, you know. But that's what it was. I remember when I had the CD player with the TV channels on it. I would be in Saturday classes, and I would have, you know, I'll have it playing like Saturday morning shit. So I'll be having to play Yu-Gi-Oh or whatever, because you already know Yu-Gi-Oh had like the 5-parters.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like a whole dude would take like 5 or 6 episodes and shit. So you had to catch it. And then after that they had the X-Men Adventures, you know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
So that was pretty dope as well. So it was like you didn't want to miss that, you know? Now, granted, like they had Power Rangers or whatever on ABC and everything like that, but that was just it. That and Decent Dog, that was really it.
Yeah. What about you, Roddy?
The WB was for me as well. With Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh and a whole bunch of other stuff up there. It was really a dope situation right there with the WB.
Yeah, I know for me with definitely WB as well. Kids WB was definitely the one I watch as well. Like I said, Yu-Gi-Oh, Pokemon, just to name a few. We gonna dive into that. Also, Kids WB came second. Kids WB came second for me. But we gonna talk about all that. So question: which cartoon that made by a celebrity was your favorite? Because shockingly, it was a lot that I knew, but it was something that I was doing my research that I did not know at all.
You said made by a celebrity. How like?
Yeah. I mean, like,
was it voiced or? Are you talking about voice or are you talking about created?
I guess creative. No, like for example, like I didn't know MC Hammer had a cartoon, or Kid and Play, or Rosie O'Donnell, like that.
Rosie O'Donnell had a cartoon.
Yeah. She had a cartoon on ABC called Little Rosie. I'm dead serious. I found out that recently. When I did my research, I'm like, Rosie O'Donnell had a cartoon. What?
That shit was probably boring.
I think it did. It got canceled, I think. But I guess let me go first for this one. I'm gonna go first for this one. For celebrity, I know Michael Jordan had a cartoon called The Dream Team that was on NBC. Also, I guess Life of Louie was another one. Louis Ensign, stuff like that.
You know what I like?
Yeah.
I believe it was Bobby's World.
Oh yeah, that's another one. Yeah,
that was Howie Mandel right there. Bobby's World was my shit. Close besides Captain Planet, nobody was fucking with Bobby's World. And Wayne Hay was my shit.
Oh, that's another.
That shit was for the hood, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that shit was for the hood.
Well, we're gonna dive into Wayne Head. Right, Roddy.
My favorite was Wayne Head though. Like, I don't know much celebrities that had cartoons. Honestly, I know that the Bill Cosby with the Fat Albert.
Oh, yeah, Fat Albert, right. Fat Albert was one. Yeah, Fat Albert was one.
Fat Albert putting pills in the pudding since the 70s, man. It's crazy.
Wrong show.
Hey.
Wrong show.
Right? That's what he said.
Wrong show. Mr. Gentleman. Don't forget it's the old show, Mr. Gentleman. Wrong show. But also, Kid and Play. I was shocked that MC Hammer and Kid and Play had a cartoon. I was shocked when I heard that. I was like, whoa.
Well, I heard Kid and Play had a cartoon. I never seen it, but I did hear about it.
I never seen it either. I feel like I watched MC Hammer though, but I probably do not remember anything about it.
I could see MC Hammer having a cartoon teaching these kids how to hit the hammer, but I feel like that wouldn't resonate too hard in the hood because they felt like he sold out or whatever until he made bumps in the trunk. I feel like he made that for like white kids.
Yeah, and remind you, he was big. By the time the cartoon was out, he was big already. He was like big. He was ready. And also, Hulk Hogan. Before all that.
Yo, fuck Hulk Hogan.
Before all that, but as a kid, we didn't know better. So I watched the cartoon as a kid. We didn't know better, but he did later. But a little bit about that.
Ain't no black people in that cartoon.
It was actually.
It was one black person.
It was like a couple. It basically, they played the show. It was basically about Hulk Hogan and the Rockets at the time. The Iron Sheik. I can't remember everybody. It was two black. I think Rocky Johnson was one of them. It was somebody else. I cannot remember, but yeah, it was the old, before our time. But enough about that. Let's get to the main topic. Time to get to the main topic. We're gonna dive down the shows, and I'm gonna ask you our show, and we're gonna talk about it from each block and stuff like that. So, are you ready?
Let's do it.
All right, so we're gonna start with the show that got the series, like different series. That pretty much got more than one series. So let's start with Looney Tunes. Like, how y'all feel about Looney Tunes as a whole?
That was the basis. Yeah, that's the grandfather. He came that Looney Tunes, Mel Blanc, and all those boys. Bugs Bunny, you talking about Daffy Duck. That's the shit that you even see even to today. Space Jam 2 just dropped last week, even though it was kind of trash. But it's still that was the basis for. I don't see a lot of the shit you see from Mickey Mouse, well, pre-Mickey Mouse, but it was like right. It's like right up there. Like you had. They came out. They came out around the same time. Yeah, they came out around the same time. Yeah. So that's what a lot of people gotta understand with that. Granted, these kids won't really understand like how far back it goes, but you can take this back to like 40s and the 50s, man.
Really, yeah, it was way far back. And yeah, for me, Looney Tunes was big. You know, always been a fan of Looney Tunes. Bugs Bunny always was my favorite. Tweety, Sylvester and stuff. And they had too many series to even name. Too many series.
Right. I remember they had the baby Looney Tunes like in the 2000s.
Yeah. They had the Lunatics in the 2000s. Yeah. They had the Sylvester and Tweety Mystery show.
Well, Looney Tunes is
Toon Adventures.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Looney Tunes. Oh, we don't get to Tiny Toon Adventures, but yeah,
Six Flags is basically based on Looney Tunes.
Exactly. They
so it's really historic and great because it's always going to be around because Six Flags is what you see.
That's true. But you know, like the Looney Tunes as a whole is iconic, man.
It is iconic.
Yeah. Anything else y'all want to say about Looney Tunes?
Yeah, man, that's basically the grandfather of it all. You know what I'm saying? It starts from them. And then you start to see everything else that comes along as time progresses. We'll get into it today.
Yeah, that's true. And like you mentioned, Space Jam 2, you know, it had Space Jam June 2, that came out last week. They had many mini movies, Looney Tunes back in action, and
I remember I played the game back in action on PlayStation. I remember that. But yeah, Looney Tunes will always be around. They always gonna keep bringing that.
They're always gonna be around, man. I think Looney Tunes started off with Cartoon Network. I think the first cartoon was Looney Tunes on Cartoon Network, right? If I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah,
it was, right? Yeah,
that was it.
It was it. Them and Hannah and Barbara, but when we get to Hannah and Barbara, we gotta discuss more about them because that's another legacy on its own.
Oh yeah.
Which we only get to one other cartoon. Only reason they on this list because they have mini series as well. Scooby Doo, which is a very popular cartoon out of Hannah Barbera. How y'all feel about Scooby Doo?
I don't know, man. Like only Scooby Doo I really acknowledge is the Scooby Doo Where Are You? After that, they started. I feel like everything after that was like a cash grab. A pup named Scooby Doo, Scoob, all the Scooby Doo movies which was okay, but the best thing that came out after Scooby Doo Where Are You was Scooby Doo on Zombie Island. You know, because the monsters actually real there. You know what I'm saying? So that was the thing. But outside of that, in Scooby Doo Where Are You, I'm not really big on that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it is. It's just I don't know, man. It just felt like it was like a cash grab to me after a while.
Yeah. All right, Roddy, what about you?
I can obviously say that I agree with Sans in that aspect. Like, I'm not a big Scooby-Doo fan. I'm still not. You know, I watch Scooby-Doo Where Are You as well if it's on TV. But the rest of the franchises, not really feeling it.
I mean, I actually agree as well. I mean, I like Scooby-Doo. But then, like you said, it was a cash because they started making too much Scooby-Doo for no reason. And another cartoon that's on this list too, where we get to it. But but like I said, Scooby-Doo Where Are You is my favorite, and also the Scooby-Doo cartoon movie, the one that where they had like Batman and Robin was made appearance, the Addams Family made appearance, and it was one where they had like many guests on it.
But you know what's crazy?
It was a show version of it. Yeah.
They said that Scrappy Doo was a waste of a character, and people hated when he got on there. He just made the whole thing. He just made the whole thing look bad. You know?
Yeah, like it didn't make sense for him to be there. Like there's no backstory. There's nothing. It's just he just showed up on the scene.
Nah, I agree. He was a terrible character. I hated Scrappy Doo, yo. I was like, why is he there? Every time I see him there, he was a very annoying. Come on, you wanna fight? Like all that necessary, dude. Like you're a trash character, son. You're a trash character. Yeah, I'm sorry, Scrappy Doo is trash.
Yeah, there's a whole bunch of articles saying that he's a trash character all the time.
He is, and when they add him in the movie, it didn't make no sense to add him in the movie either. Try to act like he's a bad guy in the movie. You're like, really? Like really?
One thing I hate about shows and cartoons is when they like mess up the whole formula by adding and subtracting characters. Like we're gonna know that.
Yeah, that's true. And and
that was
like
one.
And like I said, Scooby Doo. Yeah, like y'all said, Scooby Doo they made too much cartoons for no reason, and seemed like it got worse down the line. Even though the one that was on Kids WB at one point, I think it wasn't New Scooby-Doo. I think it wasn't New Scooby-Doo. It was okay. It was alright, but other than that, I agree. It was too much of a cash grab for me. I agree with you on that too. All right, what about Transformers? Transformers, robots in disguise.
Well, that's a whole nother thing. Transformers, honestly, it wasn't on no Hanna-Barbera type timing, but that storyline, like, I can say, if you add in Beast Wars, right? Because a lot of people don't get into Beast Wars to give Beast Wars credit, and I think in a new Transformers movie, they're going to bring in Beast Wars, which I think the last thing.
Yeah, they are.
They're going to bring in a Maximus Prime or Primal or some shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they are.
And the crazy thing about that is, I don't think niggas know this shit. I think James Earl Jones did Maximus Prime voice.
Oh wow! Oh, in the original Transformers
and Beast Wars.
Oh, Beast Wars! Oh wow! Is that true? I did not know that because I used to watch Beast Wars a lot. That was actually one of my favorite out of the Transformers franchise. Is Beast Wars.
Because the thing was, that's what it was. Channel 11. Like I keep telling you, before the news came out for Channel 11, they had cartoons. Sailor Moon was first up.
Yeah,
they had some other shit. I think Big Bad Beetleborgs or some shit.
No, Big Bad was on Fox Kids. It was Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z was on Channel 11 though.
Yeah,
and Pokemon. And Pokemon, and then
Pokemon came after, and then Beast Wars.
Yeah, it was those four cartoons.
And honestly,
go to school. Yeah.
Honestly, after Beast Wars, you got to go to school. You were up the block.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So we caught Pokemon first, and then we came to school and we talked about it. Yeah, and then Beast Wars was lit. You know what I'm saying? That's what it was. Honestly, when we're talking about Transformers as a whole, that's one of the best like action cartoon vibes that you're gonna see. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I haven't really seen anything that came close to it in terms of legacy, especially with like the movies. You had Beast Wars, and then you had other spin-offs that didn't really do too great. But you know,
especially the latest one now. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not really a fan of that one, but you know, it didn't tarnish the Transformers vibe. You know, in terms of like overall build for the Transformers.
I agree.
That didn't change nothing.
I agree. I mean, maybe for the movie franchise a little bit, but not in terms of actual cartoon. Nah, not really. Not really. Roddy, what about you? How you feel about Transformers?
I didn't catch the Transformer cartoon, but during the movie era, I did catch all of the Transformer movies.
I know when Beast Wars came out, my father got me the Ultimate Prime toy when the ape, when he first turned to a car, then he turned to the ape. I was like, that was so dope, man. I throw in that childhood memory real quick for Transformers, you know, Ultimate Prime dog, and the rest of but with toy, not action figure, I should say. Recipe to the action figure, man. Alright, and the last one we're gonna talk about in terms of series is Tom and Jerry. How you feel about Tom and Jerry?
I didn't like the movie. I was not a fan of the movie. I feel like they promoted it pretty well, but it wasn't a need. You know what I'm saying? Like Tom and Jerry been out for decades. It was right up there with Hanna-Barbera.
Hanna-Barbera and them, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But after a certain point, they became friends. So I'm like, all right, cool. Why are we getting a movie? You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
for that. And I granted, Tom and Jerry by itself was pretty fire in itself. You see memes about it all the time.
Yeah.
But and like TikToks and shit, you know, shit kids like it. But you know, I didn't see the need for the movie. But outside of that didn't really tarnish the legacy though, because Tom and Jerry had a pretty big legacy.
Yeah, and Roddy, how you feel about Tom and Jerry?
Tom and Jerry, I like Tom and Jerry. I enjoyed it. If it's on anytime, I just watch it and enjoy it and laugh. No, it's crazy. It's crazy all the stuff that happened to Tom. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, I was a big Tom and Jerry fan. Like Roddy and stuff. I watched Tom and Jerry all the time. Stuff like that. I didn't watch the one that came on Kids WB when it was on Kids WB like that. I think it was Tom and Jerry Tells, but all the classic one I always definitely watch Tom and Jerry. I did watch the Tom and Jerry movie, and it wasn't that bad. I actually enjoyed that. Shockingly, I enjoyed it, and it wasn't that bad. But I agree, Rhonda. And even though the movie was for what it was, the movie was good for what it was. But even with the movie, it made the legacy even more better to me. So, did they need a movie? I don't think they needed one.
It makes I bet. What happened between when y'all wasn't friends and now, right?
Yeah.
That y'all beefing again.
Well, here's the thing.
Y'all ain't fucking the same bitch. But
I think they was always friends. But I think Jerry was always cop like a Tom. Did you notice in the cartoon when Tom tried to get a girl, Jerry always tried to cop like her? I think that's why Tom's mad.
Yeah, because Jerry ain't getting no attention, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no mouse pussy trying to fuck, you know what I'm saying? His only friend is Tom, and you know, he trying to get some pussy, you know what I'm saying? And Jerry can't be having that. But he definitely got him fucked up with that dog though.
Yeah, Spike. Yeah, Spike. That's another one. And I think they all, they all been chasing each other. I think all of them is friends. So yeah. All right. So next we're gonna dive into Hanna-Barbera, another legacy cartoon brand. Yeah. So we're gonna start off with one of their biggest next to Scooby-Doo and the Flintstones. How y'all feel about the Flintstones?
Before I get into the Flintstones real quick, can I just say Hanna-Barbera had the best ending outro?
Yeah.
Of all the cartoons?
He did. Did you watch, the Flintstones, the Jetsons, Johnny Quest, Captain Planet? Yeah, I had to say Captain Planet. I agree with you.
Captain Planet was actually Beak, so...
Yeah. I think it was both Hanna-Barbera too, though.
Yeah, I don't think Captain Planet was Hanna-Barbera. I could look it up, but I don't think it was. I'm almost certain that's not. But in terms of the outro, we that's probably like the slickest outro I've seen from the older cartoons though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Granted, people like Porky Pig, that's all folks. But Hanna-Barbera shit, that was like you could sign off on that shit, honestly.
Yeah.
Having said all that, as for the Flintstones, that's like God tier shit.
Oh, I'm gonna update you, Rhonda. It is Hanna-Barbera.
It is.
And the sort of, yeah. But it also is Blink too. But it was made by Hanna-Barbera. It was created by Hanna-Barbera, but it was produced by Blink. So it's right. So it's definitely right.
Oh, shout out to teamwork. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
we good.
Flintstones, bro.
Yeah.
Oh, we gonna get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, as a Flintstones, that's God tier shit. You know what I'm saying? That's right up there with Looney Tunes and Mickey Mouse and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's really the three things. Like, you have Looney Tunes, you got was that Mickey Mouse? Disney.
Yeah.
And then you have Hanna-Barbera.
Yeah.
That's your top 3 tier cartoons, and the shit that's under it, you can kind of sort that out in conversation. But in terms of brands, those were the top 3, and Flintstones was right up there with that. Even with the movies was even good.
Yeah.
Like I was kind of up and down about like the little Flintstone movies, but even they were good. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, for me, the first movie was good. Second one was it was alright, but yeah. But continue about that.
It even got to the point, right, where you get the toys from like the Happy Meal toys from McDonald's.
Yeah.
Those were even cool as a kid or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, you would want to get a Flintstones or a Jetsons toy as your Happy Meal.
Yeah.
From McDonald's. You'd be pissed if you did.
Yeah.
And your mom said, we got that at home.
Yeah. All right, Roddy.
Flintstones was a staple, man. They always make fun of Flintstones and other cartoons and stuff, and I always enjoy it because it's like the whole having the animals as the appliances and stuff.
Oh yeah.
So they always bring them back into cartoons and put spoofs on them. It's crazy. I love the Flintstones. It was a solid show.
No, yeah, I enjoy Flintstone too. That's one cartoon I enjoy as a kid. Heavy. My favorite character was Dino. Always was my favorite character. And one thing about Flintstone is always
Barney.
No, Dino, the dinosaur.
I'm saying Barney.
Barney for you. Barney for you. What about you? Who was your favorite character? That could be the next question. Who's your favorite character out of these shows? Sans.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. He ain't had a lot of words, but
he
ain't really had no words, but he kept fucking shit up. That nigga had ADHD. It was lit. So that's my go-to.
Yeah, and I know one thing I always enjoy because Flintstone always remind me of one of my favorite old school shows, The Honeymooners, and I felt like I was inspired by that, and I always enjoyed Flintstones. Also, one thing I believe Flintstone was one of the first primetime cartoon, if I'm not mistaken, or I know it was a primetime cartoon. But I think it was one of the first, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, Flintstone was a big deal, man. And another thing I enjoy about Flintstone is two things. When that Gazoo character came in the picture, that little Gazoo character who was talking to Fred.
Nah, I didn't like that one. I didn't like the Gazoo character.
Yeah. And also when they did a crossover with this other cartoon that I'm about to get into right now, the Jetsons. And now that was doing.
There's a theory behind that, honestly.
It is.
So what they said, right, was the Jetsons was actually first, right? And what it was that something happened where something blew, like the world just was fucked up and it just blew up, and then it brought them back to the Stone Age for the Flintstones.
Oh wow! Instant theory.
I don't know.
Was it for the movie, or that was like information or fact? Oh, wow.
No. It had like it was theories. How the timeline for it.
Okay. Wow, interesting. It's crazy because that's how the movie went, though. That's how the movie went. Like the Justin was in the future, and then they went back in time through the Flintstones. That's how they met. I think I can remember the movie. But
yeah, but I remember that. I can see them doing that. That would make some sense.
Yeah, but the theory though, but the theory didn't mention that makes sense too. It's the theory though. I'm not gonna front.
Yeah, because you get blown back to the Stone Age, and then now you got fucking Fred Flintstone driving his car with his feet.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wait a minute, how are they able to do all of that? Cue X-Files music when I get my soundboard. You know what I'm saying? How were they able to do that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There had to be some way they were able to go from that to that, because even in our Stone Age, we didn't have that shit.
Yeah.
So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That could have been it.
Yeah, and I mean, just like wasn't my favorite, like how I felt like the Flintstone, but I do enjoy the Justin though. George Justin though, man, funny. He's a funny guy. If I said his name right, but he's a funny guy. What about you, Roddy?
I ain't gonna hold you. George Jetson was kind of like soft. I ain't gonna hold you. George Jetson was no Fred Flintstone.
And he wasn't. That's the thing. He wasn't. That's the thing.
Fred Flintstone was about it. Him and Barney. And plus, Fred. Speaking of Barney, that was his bro. What's the last friend? What friend George got? The fucking robot.
That could be one of them, or his dog. I forgot his name. That's the name though.
His dog. So no human. Okay.
Other than it's the thing about it. Now that I remember, now that I think about it, I don't think he had no friends like that. Now that he mentioned that, I don't think he had friends.
Wow. He had no friends. That nigga was alone.
I don't think so. I don't think he had
about
friends. He had a boss. But I don't remember him having friends. Now that I think about it now.
But you really look at it, right? The Jetsons plot seems kind of sad, right? Check this shit out. Just walk with me real quick.
Yeah.
Look at George Jetson, right? He had no friends. A loner, right? But he had a family. But then the wife, right? She comes and takes all his money, bro. He worked for in space. He comes home with space bucks, and she takes all his money. And then you got fast ass Judy, you know what I'm saying? Always trying to go to the space concerts and shit. Elroy was a fucking dweeb, you know what I'm saying? That shit was depressing, bro. That's what I'm saying. The Flintstones, the Justice had nothing on the Flintstones, bro.
I mean, plus, it took place in the future. All right, Roddy, how you feel about the Justice, man?
I like that the Jetsons took place in the future and we had the future stuff. That's what made me kept interested in it, opposed to all the other stuff y'all was describing. But yeah, like other than that, it was cool seeing the electronics and the robots and the flying cars. So yeah, I like that part about it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that part was interesting, but it just wasn't my it wasn't my favorite as much as the Flintstone was. It's not a bad show. It just wasn't my favorite as like the Flintstones. That was just me now. Alright, next one. We talked about this a little bit, but now we're going to go dive into it. We got Captain Planet.
You already know it. You gotta let me ask, what y'all feel about Captain? I already know how I feel about Captain Planet. Fucking Planeteers out here. What y'all feel about Captain Planet?
I enjoy Captain Planet. It was a good show. It was a good show. I mean, I watched that as a kid. Grew up with it as a kid. It came on Kids WB like 7 a.m. in the morning. I couldn't wake up that early, but still, I still try to watch it when I get a chance. Captain Planet, of course, is my favorite character. Even though you be killing the excitement sometimes. We talk about it, but yeah, I mean,
taking pollution down to zero, son.
but I enjoy Captain Planet. It was actually a cool show. It was a good show. I never had no issue with it.
Yeah, Captain Planet was dope. It was really dope. The ring, they put the rings together, right?
Yeah.
It was really a dope show. I enjoyed it too. Like, yeah, it was really a dope show.
Also, it was a cartoon that gave information to kids. So that's another thing.
Ooh.
That's another thing.
That's what did it for me, bro. Because I ain't gonna hold you. That's what did it for me. Because it's like, I bet, yeah, you could make a cartoon about any old thing, superhero saving the world and shit. Everybody do that. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna stand out? And he's basically teaching these kids, bro, how to recycle and do better for the planet. Now, unfortunately, we didn't learn our lesson. You know what I'm saying? Because the ozone layer all fucked up, and he'd probably be rolling in his grave right now. But you know what I'm saying? Like, he gave people, kids mainly, he taught them like how to recycle and how to build a better world. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's a better positive mood than than VR Troopers, but I don't know.
Yeah, but like I said, I enjoy Captain Planet. It was a dope show. It was a dope show. And also, you said the lady that was on the show is Whoopi Goldberg, right?
That is correct.
Yeah, Whoopi Goldberg played I forgot the character. You gotta say this, Ron, because you saying so you're a big fan of the show. She played what character she played?
She played Gaia. She basically was Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, you gotta think about it like this too. Yeah, Captain Planet, right? And the person he answered to, besides the Planeteers, and honestly, he didn't really do with the Planeteers. He did it with he answered to Gaia, and that was Mother Earth. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing.
I remember one episode of Captain Planet where I believe it was a game fight episode. I think it was a game fight episode. Captain Planet they were fighting in a game, and Captain Planet had to stop that fight and something. I remember that episode. I believe that was like,
yeah, I didn't even know he was fighting. I remember he was fighting gangs and stuff, and I'm like, wait a minute, you were doing pollution. You know what I'm saying? How you gonna go from pollution to gang violence? So you're just covering all topics.
For real.
And so he gonna be out here fighting STDs and shit.
Who knows? Maybe if they do a reboot, they probably would.
He'll be fighting STDs and OnlyFans hoes.
I'm done.
That's OG.
Yeah, I'm done.
I was in yours, bitches.
I'm done. What about you, Roddy? You did all about Captain Planet?
Yeah, I was digging it. It was cool. I was watching it when I was younger too, but I didn't watch. I watched it, with the whole story time and the information thing was very informal. So yeah.
Yeah, nice. All right, and last year we're gonna talk about from Hanna-Barbera is Yogi Bear. Yo, Yogi Bear. Yo, boo boo. We gonna do boo boo. No, Yogi Bear. How you feel about Yogi Bear?
No. Next. Nah. I got annoyed when he was on TV as a kid. Kind of was a smart kid, and watching Yogi Bear, watching Yogi Bear kind of insulted my intelligence at the time. So it's like, nah, I'm good, bro. But thanks. I'm gonna watch Captain Planet. You know what I'm saying? So
I get it. What about you, buddy?
I didn't catch Yogi Bear. I didn't even watch it when it came on. So
I watched it. I wasn't the biggest Yogi Bear fan. I just like imitating his voice. That's it. He was alright.
I was fucking with Space Ghost more. You know what I'm saying? Space Ghost Coast to Coast. You feel me?
Space Ghost. Yeah, Space Ghost. The original Space Ghost got the hand Coast to Coast. Yeah.
Fucking Brack Show.
Oh, yeah, Brack Show. That's classic, man. But they also Hanna-Barbera too. So it's good mention. They also Hanna-Barbera. But yeah. Brack. Now you're making me watch it. It's like you're back. Now I gotta watch it.
That shit's funny as hell.
Funny. A lot of Hanna-Barbera shows is on HBO Max right now. So
they must got the rights. Good shit though. If they do.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do actually. So Looney Tunes and I ordered them. Looney Tunes, Looney Tunes, and stuff like that.
That's how they able to put that wax Space Jam up there. I don't know how they did that shit. All right.
It's on when you WB. So this makes sense. So next we're gonna dive into Kids WB. All three of our favorite blocks, Kids WB. And the first show, which I didn't notice at first until I did my research, was originally on Fox Kids, but then they moved it to Kids WB. Animaniacs. How y'all feel about Animaniacs?
Animaniacs was kind of my joint though, especially because when they introduced Pinky and the Brain.
Yeah,
that was even better. You know what I'm saying? The fact that they were able to dive, like Animaniacs by themselves was fire, but then when they dived off from that and did Pinky and the Brain, that was even better. I'm mad that they didn't do a movie for that.
Right, what about
I feel like they needed to.
Hopefully. What about you, Roddy?
Animaniacs was fun. As a kid, I enjoyed it because they were always doing some crazy stuff and they were just kooky. And the fact that the doctor was annoyed and it was just, I loved it, man. And Pinky and the Brain was also another fun show. I was just enjoying it as a kid.
Well, both of them is on the list, so I mean they all spin up for each other. So we can talk about Pinky and the Brain as well, because they're pretty much family. So Animaniacs for me, it was a funny cartoon, but at the same time, it was a cartoon I got annoyed with. But it was a funny cartoon that I got annoyed because they were funny. You get what I mean, right?
They were funny though, yeah.
You get what I mean, yeah. Like they were funny, they were annoying funny, but they were funny. But I enjoyed it though.
Yeah, they were they reminded me of Ding 1 and Ding 2.
Thank you, yeah.
And Cat and Hat.
Yeah. But Pinky and the Brain though. Now
that was his own show, honestly. And actually, it did. Down the line, Pinky and the Brain got so popular, they made it into its own show. Not only it made it to its own show, it got so popular, they put it on prime time. Pinky and the Brain was prime time. Remember on the WB like Sunday lineup when it was next to I believe was Jamie Foxx. I think it was with Jamie Foxx and I think Parenthood. Not sure the lineup, but I honestly like Pinky and the Brain a lot better than Animaniacs. So great off the bat. And it would be interesting to see a movie for them. But I'm not sure if I know, but they both got a reboot now that's out now, as in the 2021 form. They brought them back in 2021 form with 2021 jokes. Really?
Yeah. And
that's not bad. I mean, that's a pretty good look.
It is, and it's pretty funny. and it's on Hulu. If you got Hulu, it's on Hulu. So Animaniacs reboot with Peeking in the Brain is on Hulu. They already got renewed to another season, so I think 2 more seasons actually. So Animaniacs is too popular in 2021, so they ain't going nowhere, son. Peeking in the Brain either.
Well, that's good. They got Peeking in the Brain in 2021. Animaniacs, I could take it or leave that at this point, but if they keep Peeking in the Brain for 2021, that's even better.
Well, both of them. Well, the same Peeking in the Brain don't got their own show yet for 2021. They do under Animaniacs, but yeah, but they here for 2021. So yeah. So another WB show, which was also Steven Spielberg. That dude was making money in the 90s, man. Heavy on the Cartoon Network and Cartoon Avenue, which also was on Fox Kids, but moved to Kids WB. Tiny Toon Adventures. How do you feel about Tiny Toon Adventures?
Tiny Toon Adventures, like I said before, it started from Looney Tunes, and then you go forward from there. So it definitely just added on to the legacy of Looney Tunes for the most part. It helped that Space Jam came out right before that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I feel like if it didn't, it would have been a little shaky for Tiny Toon Adventures. But like I said before, Tiny Toon was yet another notch in the ever-growing sequel that was Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying? So that was a big thing.
Yeah. The difference between Tiny Toon, but it was a Looney Tunes show, but it was not really a Looney Tunes show. Like it was more of the younger version of Looney Tunes. Well, not the younger version, but a different. Like I guess a new generation. I guess you could say.
It is because
different characters. You got Bugs the Bunny and I can't remember Plucky Duck and Tiny Toon. But Tiny Toon is cool though. But how you feel about it, Roddy?
I like the Tiny Toon Adventures, and it was definitely in my eyes like a mini Looney Tunes, and it was good. I watch it when it comes on all the time.
Okay, nice, classic. All right, so next show we got was also Steven Spielberg, which also connected to the Animaniacs universe, is Freakazoid. Have you ever watched Freakazoid?
I watched it, but I wasn't a big fan of Freakazoid at all. I don't really remember so much.
I feel like Freakazoid was like the Animaniacs if the Animaniacs was on crack.
Oh, dude.
If they combined together and they like did like an 8-ball or some shit, and you know what I'm saying, like it would, that would be something like that would be Freakazoid because he was wilder than Animaniacs.
He really was though, yo. That dude was really wild. It went to the point that I thought
did Freakazoid have a lot of seasons? Because even though I didn't like it, I wanted to know for the
I think it had 2 or 3. Yeah. I don't remember much from Freakazoid, but I didn't know it was a wild show. It was a wild cartoon though. It was a wild cartoon. Like Rondo mentioned, it is wilder than Animaniacs. I agree with that. It went to the point that I thought the voices, as a kid, was thinking Jim Carrey, but I was wrong because Jim Carrey did other stuff in the 90s with cartoons. But yeah, I mean, Freakazoid was funny. I went to the point that I had to do more research to refresh my memory. It turns out, in last year, he did a crossover with freaking Teen Titan Go. I was like, oh wow. It was pretty funny though. I watched a little. It was pretty funny, weird, but yeah. That's all I'm saying about that. Yeah. next cartoon, probably one again was a lot of our favorite cartoons that we mentioned for Kids WB, Pokemon. How you feel about Pokemon?
Well, before we get into that, let's be clear. Kids WB did not create Pokemon.
I know that.
No, I know. I'm saying that for our viewers that no. You know what I'm saying? That wasn't a Kids WB thing. It was just like, it's basically like Yu-Gi-Oh's, Power Rangers, GR Troopers of the world. Initially started in Japan, shifted over to the US for American consumption. There was episodes on Pokemon that you didn't even see. Professor Oak, deadass pulled out a gun, put a gun in Ash's face, like second episode in. You know what I'm saying? In the Japanese version. I'm like, oh shit.
Oh wow, I didn't know about that.
I remember that. I've seen that episode before, actually. It was a
Sat
couple
there, put the burner to his face real quick. You know what I'm saying? And then on top of that, Pokemon were dying. They weren't fainting like they would in America. They were dying, bro. You ain't see them. That was it. You know what I'm saying? Ash died, but you know the power of Pokemon and their tears helped bring them back and shit. But if it was a Japanese version, I think it would have been dead. Right? You would have had to get Red to come in there and finish up. You know, from Pokemon Red or whatever. You know, to finish it up. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, that's what started the Pocket Monster situation. Because now from Pokemon, you got Digimon, and Digimon I always felt was like a Jamaican version of Pokemon, because all of their monsters ended in Mon. You know what I'm saying? And for me, as a kid, I thought, right, it was like the Jamaican version of Pokemon because of that.
I bet you said you said hold on. Let me rewind it real quick. Did you just say Jamaican version of Pokemon?
Yes, I did. Everything had, even in the evolved versions, you would think, right? I bet the evolved versions got a different name. You know what I'm saying? You would think, maybe it'd be nah, bro. War Gray Mon, Purple Mon. I'm like, that ass, bro.
When we get to Digimon, we will get to Digimon. It is on the list. When we get to Digimon,
Jinx was racist as hell. A whole nother thing.
In the original, yeah.
Yeah, Jinx had blackface.
Yeah, they had to redesign Jinx. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because we wasn't playing that in America.
Yeah.
Pokemon was my shit for real though. I ain't gonna lie. Waking up every weekend to watch it, following Ash and Misty and Brock. The fact that Brock was going crazy for those nurse girls and
they were all the same. I never understood that.
Right.
And off the Jennies and stuff, and
the Jennies. There we go. Right.
Who had the cards?
Sometimes I wonder how come they never switched up more Pokemon. Like Team Rocket only had like damn near 5 or 6 Pokemon.
Because here's the thing. They did switch up by season. So when they get to a new region, they switch up the Pokemon.
I only saw like for Team Rocket like Meowth and Ekans and Porphin.
No, they definitely changed. They definitely changed it.
Maybe I didn't pay attention to them later, but yeah, I knew that.
When they got to like Johto, they changed it.
Yeah. When they got to Johto, yeah, exactly. Yeah,
they always change it up to different countries and shit. That's like the Pokemon world. Yeah, different like Johto, Hoenn. You know what I'm saying? Kanto.
But Ash and the Pikachu and them was always the same.
Yeah, Ash and Pikachu was Ash and Pikachu was always the same, son.
Yo, that man just now became.
And it's crazy how.
Hold on. Say it again. I'm saying I hear you.
That man just now became Pokemon Master.
No, he do. No, he do. Not yet.
Nah, he became the Japanese version. He became Pokemon Master. He finally got there.
No, he almost there. Not there yet. He almost there.
No, in the Japanese version, he was there.
I mean, I know he won a championship. I mean, I watched the Japanese version. He almost there.
He there, bro. Look it up.
All right, but Roddy, what are you about to say, Roddy?
Yeah. I was saying that it's crazy how watching Ash go through all the stuff he went through with Charmander and the evolutions and stuff. That was interesting.
Facts. I agree.
And then the Charizard wasn't listening to him and stuff. It was crazy.
Yeah.
I really like the Pokemon though. I still play it up to now too, the game. So yeah, big Pokemon fan.
You know me, I always been a Pokemon fan, son. Watching the shows every Saturday morning from the Kento all the way to the I believe it was, I think after Diamond and Pearl, I think that was the last series of the Kento you need and put it on Cartoon Network. I'll watch it from there. I do follow the show now. I do follow the game now. Yeah, Pokemon is a big deal. Come on, you got Pikachu and Smash Brothers killing it right now, man. And you know, Pokemon is the one thing that could now gonna be around for a very long time.
You can tell, yeah.
Even longer than what it is now. It literally just made, I believe, 25 years. So, dang, that's what old.
Yeah, it's been going on since '97.
Yeah, dang, son. So old, son. Gee Louise. She was legendary in Pokemon, man. Like, always been a fan. Through him a fan, and I'm not afraid to say it. Yeah, man. Like, you know, legendary. Stuff like that. Also, around there, you mentioned about the cards. I did have the cards. I had a whole lot of the cards. Yeah, I used to collect everything Pokemon. But not only I had Pokemon cards, I also had Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, which is the next show, Yu-Gi-Oh. How y'all feel about Yu-Gi-Oh?
I feel like niggas are getting lined up for both, honestly.
Yeah, of course.
You know, as far as Yu-Gi-Oh goes, that's still my shit to this day, a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's like shit I watch in the background. You know, you ever have shows that you watch right before you go to sleep, just sort of background noise?
Yeah.
That's one of them.
Yeah.
That's definitely one of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's with that, and then maybe what's that shit? GX with Jaden. That's still kind of my shit. But yeah, man. Like I told you before, I used to listen to that when I had my TV CD player, and in Saturday classes, I was trying to get my credits up or whatever. You know what I'm saying? That was a big thing for me.
Yeah.
So
I remember you had a little TV too. You used to watch stuff as well. You had a little TV. And you can watch stuff on it. Yeah, I remember. I
always had like, you know, tech shit on deck, you know what I'm saying? So it was a thing, you know, it was a thing for me. But yeah, I used to catch that. And then the crazy part about it is it had like a Dragon Ball Z vibe where each duel was like 3 or 4 episodes long. So if you watch it on WB, it takes like a fucking month to go through a duel. Yeah. And I'm like, holy shit, bro, that's long. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But all told, it was a dope. The first series was a dope series.
I agree.
The second one was okay. The movies was okay, but then after that, it was just they started fooling on bikes and shit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not feeling it.
Basically, once the original series ended, when it ended with Yugi and them, I started watching after that. Because it didn't make sense to watch after that. Basically, our generation Yu-Gi-Oh ended when Yugi and Yanni storyline was done. And I enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh as a kid, heavy. There's only one character that always cracked me up, son. Pegasus, yo. This guy used to crack me up, yo. Hey, yo, Yugi boy. I'm gonna take you to the tomb rail, Yugi boy. He was just so funny to me, yo. He was a funny character to me. Pegasus, yo, with the one eye. Especially when Bakura took Nayo. Oh no, bye. yeah, that was funny, son. I had to say that. Yo,
real quick, not to cut you off, real quick, right? What was it? Ash. Get into like the Ash stuff. I was doing some research, and he's actually the champion of the Aola League.
Yeah.
He's a master in that league, but I know. He was close in like the other leagues, but he didn't make it like that, you know?
Yeah. I was following the Pokemon storyline, but yeah, he went to a lower league. He on because they got a new series for Pokemon now called Pokemon Journey. First season is on Netflix now. Season 2 for that is coming soon. Japanese is a little bit ahead of it, but I know he's in the champion. He's in the run to be in the champion league now. So that way he's about to become the Pokemon master. Once he do that, but that's why I was saying that he's not there yet. You know, that he's like almost like he's on his way there, but he's not there yet. But back to Yu-Gi-Oh. Roddy, how you feel about Yu-Gi-Oh?
I wasn't a big Yu-Gi-Oh fan. I can admit it. I didn't really watch it more than like a few episodes.
That's crazy.
So one thing I know about you, WB, they used to make a lot of shows that was movie spinoff. They had one show called Oxy and Drip that was an Osmosis Jones spinoff from the movie, and they also had another spinoff show from a movie called The Men in Black. How you feel about Men in Black series?
Wasn't really a fan. I liked the movies. That was fire, but
Of course, yeah.
they didn't need to make cartoons, bro. There's certain cartoons that was based off movies that they didn't need to make, bro. That was one.
Yeah. I mean, I enjoyed Men in Black, but it wasn't much for me. I enjoyed it, but I don't care for it now. How you feel about it, Roddy? Men in Black.
Men in Black, nah, wasn't doing that. It didn't do justice to me. Nah.
Next one. Yeah. Next one, I should have mentioned this for a celebrity cartoon because it was one of my favorite celebrity cartoons. One of my favorite cartoons on WB, Kid WB, actually. Jackie Chan Adventures. How do you feel about Jackie Chan Adventures?
Jackie Chan Adventures was alright though. I ain't gonna hold you. It was like a little precursor. Like it was after, if I'm not mistaken, it was after Dragon Ball Super, right? It was not Super. I think it was GT or something like that.
No, it was Dragon Ball Z. It was the original one.
No, I'm talking about the one that came on Channel 11.
Yeah, Dragon Ball Z. Dragon Ball Z.
It was regular Dragon Ball Z.
Yeah, it was the original one.
On Saturdays.
Yeah. Yeah, because at the time it was the Cell series, I believe.
That might make sense. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was between that and Yu-Gi-Oh!
Yeah.
Jackie Chan Adventures. And I would watch that before I watch Yu-Gi-Oh! And that was alright. I like Jackie Chan Adventures. It was funny. It reminded me of Mike Tyson's Mysteries, but calmer.
Yeah, what about you, Roddy?
Jackie Chan Adventures was cool. I enjoyed the action. I enjoyed it. It was cool.
I enjoyed Jackie Chan, but that's one show I watch all the time when we're on Kid WB. I like Rondo say, yeah, I used to watch it. It did come on, and I believe 9 a.m. You know, his niece was cool, but knowing that time, his grandpa, I think it was uncle, I think it was his uncle, always just say one more thing to him to had on the time, and it was a funny cartoon. It was a cool action, funny cartoon, and that cartoon was one of the cartoons that ended good. I guess on Jackie Chan terms, it was a good cartoon, and it was good. It was a good show. It was a good show.
You might have something to do with that, though. Honestly.
I think he had full on control over that cartoon. He had full control over that cartoon. Alright, next we got next cartoon we got Wayhead. The party's just begun. How you feel about Wayhead? We already know. How you feel about Wayhead?
I ain't gonna hold you. I felt like at that time anything the Wayne's touch was gold, right? Waynehead was included in that mainly because, like I said earlier in the pod, like Waynehead was like for the hood. You feel me? Like it wasn't like PJs, but it wasn't it wasn't like Homeboys from Outer Space type shit. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like it wasn't like PJs, but it wasn't like C-Bear and Jamal. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I don't know if y'all remember that one, but it wasn't like that. It was like right in the middle, like it fit for the kids that used to play around on the block or whatever. You know what I'm saying? So they had little friends, they had little hood adventures and shit. It was fire, So I feel like at that point, whatever the Wayne's touched at that time was like it was gonna be gold. And then later on, you saw a Scary Movie, and that just even further proved it.
Yeah. I know one thing I did not know Orlando Brown was the voice of Wayhead. I always thought as a kid, that was Damon Wayne, but he was the producer of the show.
Orlando was doing wild big things as a kid. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, sure. Like we mentioned this last episode, the episode where Orlando Brown was killing it. All your voices. I found out he did Wayhead too. I'm like, what? How could I didn't know this? It was
Orlando Brown.
Yeah.
And who was it? Jaleel White.
Jaleel White, yeah. Both of them were killing it. We will get to Jaleel White soon too. He's another one that killing it. Who was killing as a kid. And we're gonna talk about his cartoons at Archive as well.
My boy was making a killing.
He was.
Waynehead, I enjoyed it. It was a good cartoon. I just wish that they got canceled, right? I think.
Yeah, they got canceled.
Yeah, I wish it was going longer because
me too.
I enjoyed it so much. I just wanted to see more episodes.
Yeah, me too. I know. I wish I watched more. I mean, I did watch it. I wish I watched more of it. Like I said, I wish it wasn't another season. I really did enjoy it. Like Rondo mentioned, Mayhem was probably the blackest kid of the TV show ever. Like,
and it was so relatable because of that.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It really was though. It really was relatable. That one. I feel like it didn't fit in Kid WB. In my opinion, it didn't fit in Kid WB though. But
that could have been a Cartoon Network situation though.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. Or maybe even a primetime cartoon. But like I said, I enjoy what you had though. I wish I didn't wish it that it was on longer though. I wish it was on longer. Next we got Batman Beyond. How do you feel about Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond is like God. It's not God tier, but it's definitely like top tier. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say it was better than the animated series.
Yeah, but good thing that's on the same. We can talk about that too, because that's on the same level as well. So yeah, continue.
Yeah, Batman Beyond was it was a dope vibe. It gave like a new, younger vibe to like Batman, because at the time Batman was getting like up there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if he was getting up there before, but at that time, you know, they were trying to portray an older Batman, but like a younger, like, you know, not a younger Robin.
No,
more like the guy who becomes Red Hood.
Yeah, whole new Batman as a whole. Yeah,
it was like a Dick Grayson type situation.
Yeah.
So we wanted to see what the story was about that, and then, you know, we seen it, and it was a pretty good vibe. So yeah.
No, I enjoyed Batman Beyond. You know, Terry McGinnis, who was a young kid from high school, old Bruce Wayne recruited him to be the Batman. And it was cool. It was a cool reboot. It was a cool, I guess, reboot of a Batman. Very underrated, son. Very underrated. I wish they made more series. I heard they wasn't making a reboot. Rumor has it, I heard they're making a reboot, but honestly, if it's the same people on the show, then I wouldn't mind it. You know, the same characters, I wouldn't mind it. But yeah, Roddy, how you feel about Batman Beyond?
Batman Beyond was cool. It was an okay show. Wasn't my top favorite, but it was something I watched.
Yeah, but you know, like Rondo mentioned, it was a whole lot of Batman cartoons. There's a whole lot of Batman cartoons. We had a Batman, the Batman cartoon, and they also have another cartoon called The New Adventure for Batman and Superman. Have y'all watched that one?
I didn't really get a chance to catch it like that, honestly. At that time, a lot of other cartoons was coming out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
A lot of the anime stuff was coming out. So at that point, you know, it was hard pressed to really find, you know, time to watch Batman and Superman, especially when you think about it. We didn't have DVR and stuff like that, you know?
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's true.
So either you caught it then or you didn't catch it. That was really it. You know, it was one of those I just didn't catch.
Yeah. And what about you, Roddy?
I didn't really watch it. I didn't really catch that one.
I know this one was cool. It was like a little Batman Superman kind of crossover series, cartoon series. It was really cool actually. Yeah, I mean, not much to say about it, but it was really cool. You know, I've always been a Superman fan. Batman, but yeah, you know, that's all I really have to say about that. We almost done with Kid WB. There's a lot of cartoons in this, yo. Next one we got X-Men Evolution. How you feel about X-Men Evolution? That's not the original one, but that's the Evolution one that was on Kids with WB.
Evolution was alright though. I mean, like I said, I caught that after Yu-Gi-Oh, so
yeah,
that was a perfect lead-in. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, I knew I had to go outside or watch Soul Train, so I had some decisions I had to make by like 11:45.
Yeah. What about you, Roddy?
Which one?
X-Men Evolution. It was on Kids.
Oh, I love the X-Men Evolution. That was a dope show. I was always an X-Men fan, so when they had the cartoon, I was just into it, man. Every week.
Yeah, X-Men Evolution was a good, like, kind of next generation type of show. You know, it was cool. I enjoy X-Men Evolution heavier than the original one. It was a cool show. The last cartoon is DC cartoons. One is Teen Titan, and another one is Static Shock. How do you feel about the original Teen Titan, not Teen Titan Go? The original Teen Titan that was on Kids WB.
I feel like the original Teen Titans was like fire because it talked about real shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They really touched on some real ass issues. So I had to give them points for that. Teen Titan Go is okay, I guess, if you're into the Kitty Robin type shit.
Yeah.
But you know, Teen Titans, like, at first I ain't respect it. I ain't gonna hold you. So like I kind of like Justice League, but at the same time, you had to really bring it with like Teen Titans, and they did. You know what I'm saying? I hate how the finale ended. You know what I'm saying? But I really hate how the finale ended, though. I kind of feel way about that. But it's like with Teen Titans Go, I feel like overall it was like a pretty solid show. As for Static Shock, though, that was way better than Teen Titans.
Yeah,
honestly, because first of all, we got black representation in superheroes, so it's like, that's something we had to really look at, like Black Green Lantern and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And Cyborg.
Yeah.
So to see that was fire. And honestly, if you really want to put pen to paper, Static Shock can really just fuck up the whole Justice League by himself. There was an episode that I remember from Static Shock vividly when they was talking about racism.
Oh yeah, I remember that one too.
Yeah, so it was like it was like the same thing like with Captain Planet fighting gangs and shit. So I feel like that was like a big thing. Honestly, however, I do feel that Jaleel White should have voiced him.
That would have been dope.
Jaleel White should have voiced Static Shock. That would have been fire.
Wow.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Roddy?
I love Static Shock. Static Shock, I used to watch it all the time until they came off the air. It was so. What amazed me about it was the fact that it was electricity. I was into these things, so it kept my interest. I kept watching Static Shock every week.
Like, I know for me, Static Shock was a dope show, man. The black superhero. As a kid, we didn't have a lot of black superheroes like that, especially when it came to cartoon. And I really liked it. It was a cool show. I agree with Ron. I'm pretty sure Ron he said Jaleel White should have voiced him. That would have been dope. That would have been really dope.
Granted,
he could have done it.
And granted, I think Family Matters was on his way out or whatever.
Yeah, it was.
At the time. So I felt like he would have had time to do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's wishful thinking, though.
Yeah. And in terms of the original Teen Titans, that was a cool show too. A cool superhero show as well, and stuff like that. It was cool.
It was alright. I mean, it was better than Static Shock.
Nah, of course not. Alright, so what we're gonna do? We're gonna take a little short break. We'll be right back. We'll take a short break. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Marsha, and you're listening to Mr. Gentleman Lifestyle Podcast.
Yes, we are back. We are back with side 2 of the Old School Show episode. I'm trying. What happened this Saturday morning cartoon at the block. So yeah, so this time we're gonna dive into Fox Kids. Whoa, my bad. We're gonna dive into Fox Kids, and first cartoon we're gonna start off on Fox Kids is Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. How do you feel about Power Rangers?
Power Rangers is like I said before, it's like God tier and like Japan lore, you know what I'm saying? Because like I said before, like the same thing I said with Pokemon, that was an originally that came from Japan. Now a lot of their stuff came from, I think, if I'm not mistaken, I'm not sure if it's Kamen Rider or something else. If I get the name of it, we're gonna talk about it. You're gonna talk about it in the chat, but I know for a fact that's like a Japanese dub. So for them to shoot that, right?
Yeah.
And try to keep the Japanese dub so popular, it was a really tough deal. But they found a way to do it, and it's been working, man. They had so many in so many different types of Power Ranger vibes going on. They went Zeo, they went Turbo. These niggas went to space. They went back in time to do Dino Thunder. They did. They were pirates, I believe. You know what I'm saying? It's mad shit. Tommy was like the Green Ranger and all the motherfuckers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? However, the story, I believe, is still going on today via comic books, though.
Well,
You know.
but Power Rangers do around today. Actually, do around as it was on Fox Kids after Power Rangers in Space. Disney broke them for a little bit, but then the original guy brought them back, and then he sold them again. And this dude do a lot. So yeah, but the original Power Rangers,
That little movie, Power Rangers.
I know. He's going back and forth. But I mean, Mighty Morphin Power. I enjoyed that as a kid. You know, it was good to see a Black Power Ranger. You know, a Black Power Ranger because like I said, man, Kevin didn't have a lot of superheroes like that. So seeing a Black Ranger represented for a Black person, it was dope. Of course, my favorite Power Ranger was Tommy. That dude was a martial artist. Was one of the reasons why I wanted to do martial arts as a kid, stuff like that. So yeah,
I ain't gonna hold you. My favorite Power Ranger was Zach.
Yeah, Zach too. Yeah, I think Zach is
my favorite one was Zach. Zach was the first Black Ranger.
Yeah, I just said that. Yeah, he was a Black Ranger represented for the back. Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
I'm a little high, so yeah.
Yo, Power Rangers was the thing, yo. I wish Power Rangers came back and was still airing right now. I really enjoyed it.
I mean, it is still airing, but of course it's a different time now. But if it was to give it like a original feel, like how my Morphin was, that would have been dope. But it's completely different now. Not the same Power Rangers that we knew as a kid.
Well, maybe no. Well, yeah, that's the thing too.
Yeah,
they bring it back and then they change it up, right?
Yeah, but I do know Tommy to this day do beat on the show every here and there though. I do know that for a fact. And a lot of them do keep in touch, and they do like comic stuff together too. So they do talk to their fans from long ago. So shout out to all them, Shout out to them. They do their thing too out here. So shout out to them. Next one we're gonna get into is Digimon, and Mr. Sam spoke about Digimon a little bit. So,
the Jamaican version of Pokemon.
Oh boy!
How you feel about
it's like you order from Wish. Like you order Pokemon Red from Wish.
I was gonna say that.
Instead of getting like a Game Boy, instead of getting like the red Game Boy cartridge, you get like the small gray Game Gear shit, which is like wild small.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like that's kind of like what Digimon is. And I don't care. Like I ain't gonna hold you. I don't care what people talk about. Oh, Digimon was better than that. They had Digimon. Pokemon was in a death battle, and Digimon won. Yeah, because they're digital monsters. They're not. They're not actual monsters. You know what I'm saying? So it's like that wasn't gonna work, kinda. But I never could get to it, and I thought. Like when I first heard about Digimon, I was like, "Oh shit, it's gonna be lit." You know what I'm saying? I get to it, right? I get to like the first few episodes. I give every new show like 3 episodes to get it together before I be like, "Nah."
Yeah.
I watched the first 3 episodes. That shit was 100% pure garbage. I was like, "Hell no!" You ever try to trade a Digimon card? Like that ass. You ever try to trade a Digimon card, bro? But I'll trade you a Charizard and some other shit, and the other shit. It's like Bugakumon.
Yeah, that really was the name. Actually.
But like, I don't know. I can't put Digimon on top of Pokemon. Pokemon has to be the king, the leader. Digimon was just for me like secondary. Digimon was, something that came.
Bro, that's trash tier.
Right.
I mean,
trash tier.
For me. When I was there watching it, like I said, I was thinking the same thing you were thinking. Why they had the same name and stuff. But when I actually sat down and watched it, it was a nice show. And I came to say it was 2 completely different shows. It was nothing alike. other than the name, close to the same name. But it was nothing. It was nothing alike. And then it was cool for what it was. But that was really it. Next we got R.S. Don Goosebumps. How you feel about Goosebumps?
Yeah, I ain't gonna hold you. What I like about Goosebumps really was the theme song. That shit was like. It was weird. Like,
we'll be a bit scared. Yep.
But I like I like the show because I used to read the books was what originally got me, right? Like the books was what really got me. Like I like the books where you read it and they tell you, oh, you either go to page 36 to see what happens, or you go page 59 to go see your friends, right? Yeah. So you like, fuck all that. I want to go see my friends. So you go to page 59, right? And guess what? You die. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. You die, and then you gotta go back over.
Exactly.
So it's taking a little longer to finish the book because you're trying to go through all the routes and shit and not die.
Yeah, I mean, Goosebumps is a classic, man. Like I said, I enjoyed the books. I enjoyed the show. It was a scary. It was fun. It was funny, scary. I enjoyed Goosebumps. When it was the dummy character. They had the episode with the mask.
Oh yeah.
And stuff like that. It was funny. What about you, Roddy?
Goosebumps was okay for me. Because I was young, I did get a little scared and changed from it a little bit, but yeah.
It'd be like that. And also, they made a movie on Netflix, the Fifth Street movie from the Fifth Street books, that was also made by R.S. Don. It's pretty dope. Check it out when y'all get a chance. By the way,
yeah, Fifth Street books was kind of fire though.
That was a little bit more scary than the actual Goosebumps books. Actually, like the front. Next on the list we got Bobby's World.
I was the original football head, bro.
It was, yeah.
I think the head looked weird, bro. Like Howie Mandel drew that shit. He was like, "Listen, no, I know how to draw it." And he came back with that. But the plot was kind of fire though.
It was, yeah. It was. It's about kids. It's about him and his family, and he keep imagining things. And as a kid, I enjoyed it. Yo, that show had 8 seasons, son. It had 8 seasons, 7 to 8 seasons.
Yeah, it was fire.
It was pretty dope, man. And I'm mad they canceled it because they could have continued the story. That's the thing, but
there was a lot more Bobby to it, which I was mad because we're bringing everything else back, right? Why are you not bringing Bobby Worlds back?
Hopefully, Huey, by the way, Huey from American Got Talent, he was the voice of Bobby. He created the show. He was the voice of Bobby and stuff like that. If he want to do it, if he want to bring it back, he should bring it back. It would be dope to see if he bring it back. Not as a CGI though, but as original design, And what about you, Roddy? You watch Bobby's World?
Nah, I didn't even catch that one.
Dang, so you gotta watch it, son. That's a classic. You gotta watch it. It's on Amazon Prime now. It's on YouTube. You gotta check it, man.
I'll check it out.
Nice. So another cartoon that was made by a celebrity was Life of Louie. I thought about Life of Louie, Sands.
I never liked Louis Anderson, so I wasn't a fan of the show. I always skipped it after Bobby's World. I was mad it was in the same block because it didn't make sense for it to be there. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't make sense for it to be there.
I mean, I guess they did that. I guess they did that because two celebrities who was a cartoon. That's the only reason I myself see why they did that. I mean, I watched Life of Louie. I did watch Life of Louie. As y'all can tell, right? I watched Life of Louie. I mean, it was a cool show. It wasn't my favorite show, but it was a cool show, though. It basically about his family, and he think about it. Kind of the same plot, but Bobby was more better. Hey, Roddy, can you touch anything about this one or no?
Nah, not this one.
Alright. Next we got Sonic X. Gotta go fast. Mind you, this is not the one that Jiro White made. But this Sonic show was on Fox Kids though. How y'all feel? How y'all watch Sonic X?
I thought it was the one that Jalil White made, but when I found out it wasn't, I changed it. It took me like a few episodes. I was waiting for it, but he never came, bro. And the crazy part about it was, at the same time this was going on, right?
Yeah.
I was playing Sonic Advance on Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
That was
because around the time that when they introduced Shadow and Rogue, I think Rogue, what her name, the Bat, Rogue in the back, stuff like that. Sonic X was alright. It was cool. It wasn't. I mean, not like the original when we get into soon, the original Sonic cartoon, but it was a cool cartoon for what it was. It's good to keep up with the Sonic Adventures series and stuff like that. So yeah. Hey, what about you, Roddy? Do you watch Sonic X?
Nah, I just watched the other Sonic.
Okay, got you. Alright, next we got two Marvel cartoons that was on Fox Kids, which is X-Men and Spider-Man. Have y'all watched any of these?
What kind of fucking question is that? Who didn't watch any of those? You know what I'm saying? Like everybody, like that was a go-to, especially for like early '90s kids, bro. Like, granted, if you were talking to like, what was it? If you're talking like these new generators, like in SpongeBob, low-key and shit, yeah, they ain't gonna know nor appreciate the magic that is Spider-Man and X-Men that came on back to back most of the time.
Yeah.
Unless some shit happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was a really big part of it. You know what I'm saying? And honestly, it was at a time where Marvel wasn't really doing that good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they needed some shit to like change up before they went bankrupt or whatever.
Yeah,
but for them to still put out that good quality of work before like at a time like that, at a time where you were about to go out of business, was still fire. The fact that they didn't bounce back from that instead of Blade was crazy. And Blade was a good movie.
Yeah. I know for me, I definitely watched Spider-Man. I watched Spider-Man like almost every Saturday. I did watch X-Men, but I didn't watch it OD a lot because of other stuff. You know, it's hard to watch one show and then another show you will like is going too. So due to that, I didn't watch X-Men too much. But X-Men was a cool show. I mean, I would start watching it more because of the Plus now. But as Spider-Man, I watched Spider-Man. I was a fan of Spider-Man. I was a fan of Spider-Man. So yeah. What about you, Roddy?
I like Spider-Man. Always been a Spider-Man fan. You know, even the cartoon was good and the movies. If it was on, I always watched it. Never missed it.
Nice. Alright, so next cartoon, which is a Looney Tunes spinoff, Tasmania. How you feel about Tasmania show?
I ain't gonna hold you low key. Tasmania was Taz was one of my favorite Looney Tunes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Especially as like me growing up or whatever, especially in my teen years. That was one of them that I could really like relate to in a sense. It was kind of crazy. Honestly, if you really look back in history, the Tasmanian devil was actually like a real person. Not a person, but like it was probably like a tribe situation back in like what was now known as Australia. If I'm not mistaken, what's now known as Australia. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like I heard something like that before. Actually.
Yeah, it was a really big thing. It's fucked up because I'm a little high right now, right? And I'm trying to remember the story as a whole, and I can't. But when I find it, I'll send it to you guys. But it's real shit though. So to see that, I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Number one, but two, you know, in terms of the type of character he was, like, you know what I'm saying, like, he's on 10 most of the time. For the time at the time where I was at in my growing up, I was like, all right, yo, that's crazy, but it's kind of lit because he's beyond, he prepared for everything, you know.
The cartoon itself, it was a cool cartoon. It was about him and his family and stuff like that. I can't remember fully too much about it. I haven't recapped on watching it in a while, but it was a cool cartoon from what I remember. What about you, Roddy?
Which one? The Tasmania?
Yeah.
Oh, I watched it. I enjoyed it. I ain't gonna lie. It was a cool cartoon. It was dope. It was dope as a spinoff. I'm glad they made it.
Nice. Next we got Big Bad Beater Boy. How y'all watch Big Bad Beater Boys?
For a short time, I thought Big Bad Beauty Boys was VR Troopers. So when I found out it wasn't, I changed the channel. I'm like, this is bullshit. I didn't come for this. This is crazy. I heard great things about it, but I never sat through an episode.
Hey, what about you, Roddy?
Nah, I didn't catch that one.
I watched it for a while. It was alright. It was like it's a lot of action, just like Power Rangers and stuff like that. Just like VR Troop you just mentioned. I mean, it was cool. I don't remember too much about it, but it was cool. Another live action show they had on Fox Kids, which was a cartoon, and it was a movie version, but they made this movie version into an actual TV show. Ninja Turtle, the next mutant. Have y'all watched that?
Nah, I didn't see that though. But I know if you're talking about the movie version of it, you're talking about the second one, right?
No, I was talking about it was a show. Yeah. The first two movie version, but it turned into a show on Fox Kids.
All right, then I'm like, all right. In that case, no, I didn't see that one.
All right, what about you, Roddy?
Yeah, I peeped it. I enjoyed that one. I enjoyed it.
For me, cool. I didn't watch it on Fox Kids. I watched it years later on Netflix. So they had it on Netflix years later, and I started watching it. It was watching it now. I wish I watched it back then. Cause watching it now, it was pretty weird for it. But I may have to watch it again to see. But you know. And last cartoon we got for Fox Kids is Woody the Woodpecker. How y'all feel about Woody the Woodpecker?
All right, Woody the Woodpecker is like God tier. Not God tier. I'm gonna go that far. Top tier. Yeah, I can't put up with like Looney Tunes Hanna-Barbera now. That's a little crazy. But yeah, it's top tier for sure. Woody Woodpecker been around for like the longest time, and I'm shocked that he's not part of Looney Tunes. Yeah, I thought he was.
Me too, actually. So he was too.
But he had his own little show or whatever. It used to come on like Channel 11 back in the day, like in the 80s.
Yeah, it had one in the 80s, and it had and Fox Kids put it on Fox Kids in the 90s.
Yeah.
Later in the 90s. And that cartoon was alright. I mean, that cartoon was alright. You know, stuff like that. What about you, Roddy?
It was alright, but it wasn't my go-to. It wasn't something that I'd be excited to watch every week. So it wasn't, if it was on, I'd just watch it, or if I was coming on next. But yeah, it wasn't my favorite or top tier show.
Okay, got it. Alright, so we got two more blocks we're gonna talk about. We're gonna talk about ABC Kids, and then we're gonna talk about NBC Kids, and then we're gonna end this for part 2. So let's go to ABC Kids. The original ABC Kid before the Disney version, which last episode we talked about Disney. So this is the ABC before '96, and the first thing we'll talk about is Saturday Schoolhouse Rock. How y'all feel about Schoolhouse Rock?
Roddy, you want to take that for a second?
Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock. Oh my gosh, I like Schoolhouse Rock. The songs, it was very educational. I loved it. Like they're singing the songs, and I can remember some of the songs in my head over the years just because I was watching it steadily. Like it was enjoyable being that age and everything. Just watching it. It was wonderful. I like Schoolhouse Rock, and is Schoolhouse Rock I can find it now?
Yeah, it's on Disney Plus. It's on Disney Plus.
All right, I'm about to check that out. All right.
Schoolhouse Rock, man, it was a classic, like it was a pretty dope situation. It taught a lot of people about, different, not only like shit that you learn in school or whatever, but like politics and shit like that. It taught them about everyday life. And I feel like that's one of the things we're missing right now, because a lot of these kids, they don't know what be going on out here or whatever. And then, so all they know is like just Instagram and TikTok and shit. And there's so much more out here than that, And Schoolhouse Rock was teach that.
Yeah, Schoolhouse Rock was very educational. You know, I enjoyed it. Like Roddy said, the music was dope. I enjoyed it. Y'all can watch it now on Disney Plus. They put it on Disney Plus. So yeah, y'all watch it now on Disney Plus. Alright, the next cartoon we got is Beetlejuice. How you feel about Beetlejuice?
Oh, I wasn't a fan of Beetlejuice. I like the movie though, but I feel like it's one of those cartoons that didn't really need to be made though. It's like Men in Black. I'll put that shit in trash tier.
Oh, what about you, Roddy?
Beetlejuice cartoon? Nah, I wasn't for it. I wasn't there for it at all.
I mean, as a kid,
Couldn't stop at the movie.
I mean, as a kid, I watched Beetlejuice as a kid. Well, I watch it now. I would not watch it now. It was cool when I was a kid, but when I watch it, I wouldn't watch it now though. I don't really care for it now. All right, now here's the Sonic that we enjoy. Sonic the Hedgehog. This is the one that came on Saturday morning cartoon.
Oh yeah,
on ABC. That was inspired by the comic book, not the video game one. The comic book. This is what Sonic the Hedgehog on ABC Saturday morning. How y'all feel about Sonic the Hedgehog?
Sonic the Hedgehog was better than Sonic X, but I will say it wasn't better than Sonic Underground. That was a whole different vibe. But it's still a classic though. I'll give it that.
Yeah. All right, what about you, Roddy?
Sonic the Hedgehog, man, I love Sonic, so it didn't even matter. I watch it all the time. It came on, I see a new one, flip it. No, this one definitely watch it every week. Didn't miss a beat. Sonic Tails, what was the guy named that was the enemy?
Robotnik. Dr. Robotnik. Yeah.
Dr. Robotnik. Yeah, it was cool. I'm a big Sonic fan.
You know, me too. I'm a big Sonic fan as well. You know, this one, one of three, because the three Sonic that was voiced by Janelle White, and this one was the Saturday morning one that came on ABC. I remember this one so well because when I used to watch it on ABC, I used to watch this, then I watched Reboot came on right after, and I remember this one. They had a character like Sally, a cat character, Antron. The Prince of Antron and stuff like that. It was pretty cool. It was very dark. For a Sonic cartoon, this one was very dark. As the adventure of Sonic the Hedgehog was very silly. But we're gonna talk about that one a little later. We're gonna talk about that one like a little later on part 2 of this episode. But I enjoy this one. I wish it did not get canceled because the way it ended, it was a big cliffhanger and it ended bad. But shout out to Janelle White, man. He killed this role. He's a legend. He's a legend, man. But doing Sonic as a whole, I just felt like he should have voiced him in the movie, in my opinion. But yeah. Alright, next is another movie cartoon, The Real Ghostbusters. How y'all feel about The Real Ghostbusters? How y'all watched it?
I never saw The Real Ghostbusters. I saw the movies. The movies was fire. Shout out to Bobby Brown. But I never saw the cartoon though.
Yeah, because it was 3 cartoons for Ghostbusters. One was a Blu-ray one that was just there. This one was inspired by the movie. Like I said, it took place right after them on part 2. And then we had another one that was a spin-off for this one. I was getting that one later. But I enjoyed this one as a kid. You know, it was cool. It was cool. Just I was a Ghostbuster fan too. Because I watched the movie, I've seen this cartoon. Yeah, it was cool. What about you, Roddy?
Ghostbusters?
Yeah, it's the original one.
The cartoon didn't really catch it that much.
Alright. Next cartoon we got is Street Sharks. Shockingly, I didn't know this was on ABC, but I did watch Street Sharks though. How you feel about Street Sharks?
I saw Street Sharks on ABC a while back. I even seen a commercial with Vin Diesel trying to sell Street Shark toys, and it had to be the funniest shit I saw that month. But yeah, man, Street Sharks is a classic too. I was like a network classic. That's like it would kind of be top tier. Yeah, it'll be top tier for like network shows.
Yeah, for network. Yeah. Did you watch Street Sharks?
Nah, I didn't catch Street Sharks.
I was a fan of Street Sharks though. I used to watch it every week. I had the toy as a kid. I was a fan. I was a fan of that show. What about the Adam Family cartoon, which was another movie cartoon?
Family.
I
like the Adam Family cartoon. I like that just as much as the actual movies and the actual show.
I have to disagree with you, bro. I'm sorry, but like I don't understand it. Like, all right, you made a movie, right? So Matt made mad money thing, but you made a cartoon thinking you would. I feel like that Addams Family, especially, was a whole cash grab. Like, it was okay, but it wasn't needed. You know what I'm saying? It didn't need to be part of. It didn't need to be part of the network, like how Street Sharks was and how Power Rangers was after Disney bought them. You know what I'm saying? Like, they ain't even need to be up there with Disney's Doug. Like, that's a whole other situation.
Yeah. I was not a fan of all the Addams Family. Not even the movies, not even the content. I was not a fan of Addams Family at all. I mean, I watched it, but I just wasn't a fan. It's like, it was one of those things that I could not, wasn't a fan of it. What about the Wizard of Oz cartoon? Did y'all watch that?
Bro, I ain't see the Wizard of Oz. That's another next question, bro.
What about you, Roddy?
When did that drop? I don't even remember it, bro. Sorry.
That was on ABC in the 90s.
Nah, I didn't catch that.
And don't worry, I didn't catch it either. I did not catch it either. so we can just go to the next topic. All right, so we're going to end the night with NBC Kids. And the thing with NBC Kids, they had more than two. They had live action in the morning too. We're gonna start with one of them. We were very popular. We had Saved by the Bell. How y'all feel about Saved by the Bell?
That show was a classic though. That's the You're gonna add a cartoons. Like, we're getting into the real shit. Saved by the Bell was a classic. I still watch that to this day if it's on TV. That's like my thing. Fucking people popping pills and shit, going through breakups, fucking with college dudes. You know what I'm saying? Zach Morris out here getting it. We were trying to say he trash. I'm like, nah, he just trying to do what's right for his friends.
Zach Morris tried to, but yeah.
He's trying to do what's right for his friends.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoy Saved by the Bell. Definitely a classic. I still watch to this day. It's on Hulu now. I still watch to this day. You already know it started off with Good Morning Miss Bliss, and then this descended to something more popular. Even with the college series, and even that was prime time, but that was Saturday morning. But then they had the new class later down the line. It was but Saved by the Bell was cool. I enjoyed it.
Saved by the Bell classic. Always, just the theme song alone and the whole show, like
they played that shit in the club.
Oh yeah, they definitely did.
They did. They did. Definitely a classic, yo. Rest in peace, man. All right, next we got City Guys. City Guys.
Fuck's Reach.
City Guys.
I gotta look at the theme song later after this shit real quick.
Me too, son.
But yeah, that was a classic too. It was in Saved by the Bell status. Let's be very, very clear.
Yeah.
But City Guys was actually up there, especially we going through like teenage shit. Yeah. I ain't gonna hold you. There was a point where I felt like City Guys is better than Degrassi at a certain point.
I wouldn't. Well, probably Degrassi in the 80s. Because they had a Degrassi. Because the next generation didn't come out yet. So maybe the Degrassi came out in the 80s.
I saw Degrassi, but it was in the 80s. I saw a little bit of like new shit. But the first one I hit with Degrassi was the one in the 80s. But it came on like the guys say a little late for it.
Yeah. Degrassi came out in the 80s, but they brought it in the US in the 90s. And then we had the next generation came out in the 2000s. But yeah, City Guys was
City Guys.
Yeah.
City Guys was dope. I enjoyed City Guys. I used to watch it. I don't know, like when I caught it must have been the last season because I didn't watch too much episodes. Was it on for a while?
I believe it was on for a while. I can't. I
Yeah, like 4 seasons.
4 seasons, yeah. It was on for a while. I
don't know why, but I caught it late. I caught it when it was in its last season.
Yeah, cause I know it was Saved by the Bell, and then was City Guys, and then also with California Dream as well was in that lineup as well. Cause that used to come like around, I believe, like 11, 12 o'clock. It used to be around 12 o'clock. But I enjoy City Guy. I gotta watch it again to remember it fully. But I do remember, my guy Wesley thinking sweetness on Road Bounce. That was his show. That's the show he was on. I think that's how he got his start. I believe that's how he got his start. Wesley got his start. All right, next we got Alvin and the Chipmunks. Have y'all watched that? Classic one, the original one.
I seen that.
Not the one the original Alvin and the Chipmunks.
Yeah, I thought you were talking about the other ones. Nah, I saw the original ones. Those were fire.
I was talking about the original.
That was like NBC's trademark next to Saved by the Bell. It was Saved by the Bell and Alvin and the Chipmunks God tier of NBC shows.
It was. Alvin and Chipmunks was a hit, son. That cartoon was a hit, son. I was like, yo, classic.
And I'll add an honorable mention in NBC God tier for cartoons. We're gonna add Garfield in there too.
Oh, Garfield CBS.
Oh, CBS? Oops.
Yeah, CBS. We'll get to that next episode, but nah, but Alvin and Chipmunks is dope, man.
Alvin and Chipmunks, man, I tell you, it was a great show. Classic. I would watch it all the time when I was little. Even now, they be bringing out the movies and stuff. I always catch the movie. I love it.
I mean, I enjoy Alvin and Chipmunks, the singing, them and the three girl chipmunks named Alvin. I always enjoyed it, man. One cartoon that if it wasn't come on today, the classic one, watch the classic one today, I would definitely watch it. I would not watch the Nickelodeon version because they didn't put the Nickelodeon version.
Pretty sure Mounty Mouse used to get that a lot.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he does. Alright, next we got Alf. Alf, the animated series. Alf the puppet. Yeah, he had an anime series. And have you watched that? Have you ever watched that?
What was it? I sat there, right? And I liked the show. I hate how it ended.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
I didn't like the series though. I feel like they kind of dragged it a little bit. It wasn't really needed. But it was dope for the kids, but I can't read it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't remember the cartoon too much. I definitely did watch it as a kid. I don't remember the cartoon too much though. I might need to refresh my memory when I watch it again. What about you, Roddy?
I didn't even check this one out at all, man. So this wasn't for me. I wasn't feeling it.
Alright, next we got the Smurfs. How y'all watch the Smurfs?
Smurfs was a classic, bro. That was another Hanna-Barbera. I felt
it was. It is.
That was another Hanna-Barbera, and it's not God tier, but it's like mid. It was a mid to top of base. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They just had their own land, bro. They just wanted to do them.
For real, and that guy always wanted to destroy it, man. That Smurfs for the classic though. I enjoyed the Smurfs, I mean, I didn't enjoy the movie version, but let's just stick with the classic. Watch the cartoon. It was dope, man. I enjoyed it. What about you, Roddy?
I love the Smurfs. It was way up there. When they made jokes about the Smurfs, I always died laughing too. Like it was a good show. I love the Smurfs.
Yes, and the last cartoon that's on this block is the Snorks. What was I get the underwater version? Underwater version. Have you watched that?
No, I never seen that. That's different.
I never peeped them. Sorry.
I was there, watched it, but I don't remember too much about it and stuff like that. It was another show on NBC that I watched. It was called Dream Team. We had Michael Jordan. Can't remember who else was in it. Michael Jordan. I know he's a hockey player and a football player, and that was a cool show as well. That was on NBC. All right, so originally, this was going to be one whole episode, but due to time, we're gonna end it here, and we're gonna bring you out part 2 at the end of August. So yeah, and Mr. Sands will be back for the old school show.
Yes, I'll be back for part 2. We're gonna get into some anime real quick. We're gonna get into some other shows that you might have seen in your youth, But in the meantime,
hold on. Before you do that, so the lineup for part 2 will be CBS Kids, Toonami, or old school Toonami, Cartoon, and many more. So stay tuned for part 2 at the end of the month. So
that sounds real fast.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, so I'm saying, drop your information, so they're gonna know how to reach you and stuff like that.
You already know the vibes. You can reach me at Aaron Sands Premier. That's AARONSANDSPREMIERE. Season 1 of King Talk. All of season 1 on King Talk is available on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and wherever you catch your podcasts, like this one, like the old school show. Also, if you're in the New York City area, and if you want to, have some fun this weekend, you turning up this weekend in New York, swing by the Taj nightclub. You already know the vibe. Best Saturday party, 48 West 21st Street between 5th and 6th. Table reservations only. I can't stress that enough. You already know. Hit up the bro for any table reservations, open bar specials. You already know the vibes. Season 2 King Talk, sometime in the fall, man. And you can always catch me on Premiere Boys holding it down. You already know.
Alright, Roddy, drop your social media stuff.
Alright, you can catch me at the Star Roddy Rod on IG. The Star and Roddy RODDY. Follow me, man, and stay tuned for what I got coming up next in the future.
Okay. What about you coming back to work, man? You think I was gonna let this side slide by and not ask? When you coming back to work?
I'm taking care of some personal stuff, bro. I'll be back as soon as I finish what I'm doing. Bigger and better things. Just wait and see.
Hit me back too, y'all. We be back for part 2 of what happened to Saturday morning cartoon and afternoon cartoon. We be back for part 2 in August. We be right back.
Hello, everybody. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman, like the podcast and the Premier Boy podcast. And this commercial is brought to you by the Premier Boy podcast, where where we talk about anything about the culture. Hosted by myself, Ken, aka MrGentleman, Mr. Aaron Sands from King Talk with Aaron Sands, the Star Roddy Rod, who is also my co-host of the Old School Show, and long live the Chief Mally Bow. And we talk many topics, from politics, music, sex, love, relationships, and many more. And also every topic that's going on in the news right now. Many of our topics is very controversial, and the podcast show might not be for everybody because we talk about many explicit content. And yeah, so if y'all decided to check out the show, y'all be warned because y'all might need a drink or two. And yeah, because this podcast is so crazy. I'm shocked that it had not got canceled yet. So if y'all looking forward to listen to the Premier Boy podcast, check it out on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, and many more. Each and every Wednesday at 12 a.m. You can check out the Premier Boy podcast with myself, Mr. Aaron Sands, Star Roddy Rod, and Long Little Chief Mally Mal. This is your boy Ken, aka MrGentleman. Have a good day and night wherever you're listening to this episode. Now back to the show. Yeah! I just want to take the time to thank everybody for tuning into this latest episode. To be continued, y'all. Part 2 episode coming in August, the last August of the month. And Mr. Aaron will be back. Thanks for coming to the show, bro. He will be back. King Talk Season 1 is out now on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, and many more. Star Roddy Rod, you already know. My co-host is killing him right now, you already know. Check out his sit-down episode the second week of August. As he sit down interview will be on MrGentleman, the podcast, second week of August. Yeah, and y'all already know what to do. I'm at every Sunday. We're here every Sunday. MrGentleman, the podcast. We're on Anchor, Spotify, Apple Podcast, iHeartRadio, Amazon Music, and many more. A conversation about music podcast every first Sunday, which is the next Sunday, next show. Every first Sunday, we got a special guest. We got Hazel on the show. Returning guest Hazel, but this time she on the conversation with music about doing the podcast. We'll talk more about her music journey and many more. MrGentleman, like the podcast season 4, every second, third, sometimes fourth Sunday. And the old school show with myself and the Star Roddy Rod every fourth or fifth Sunday. We be back next month for part 2 of this episode. And y'all already know y'all in the New York area. Y'all looking for events to join in New York. Todd every Saturday. 48 West 21st Street, 5th and 6th. They premiere at the door. Table reservation only on premiere guest list, y'all know. So yeah. Once again, thank y'all for tuning into the latest episode of the Old School Show. Have a good day or night wherever you listen to the episode.
This is Belinda Jaime, also known as Miss Mariposa, and you are listening to MrGentleman Lifestyle Podcast.